Yo, welcome to What If Naruto Was Tobirama's Reincarnation. This was suggested by a fan, so let's get started off with the story. We take place when Tobirama is in the first Great Ninja Shinobi War. He is about to die before giving Hiruzen the Hokage position, and he says in his head, I lived a good life. And man, was it good. I wish I could reincarnate into somebody and stop the cycle of hatred. After that, he died. We go into a 32-year time skip. A Senju kid was born named Minato Senju. When Minato was alive, he did great things like make the second Hokage's Jutsu faster, stop an entire war by himself, made a Jutsu called the Rasengan, and even became Hokage at the age of 21. But until 3 years later, Minato decided to have a kid with a female named Kushina Uzumaki. Minato held his wife's hand and then instantly got his hands crushed from the amount of force Kushina is putting into her hand. A couple minutes later, baby Naruto has come out with red eyes, white hair, which reminds them of Tobirama a lot. When the nurses take baby Naruto and leave the room, they drop dead on the ground with a masked man holding a baby Naruto, having a kunai to his back. Minato tells the masked man to calm down and put his son down, which the masked man replies and says that he is calm, but you, fourth Hokage, are not calm. And then says to step away from the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and then proceeds to throw up baby Naruto and is about to stab him in the back, but Minato teleports to Naruto and teleports out with having to take the paper bomb placed on baby Naruto off, then proceeds to lay baby Naruto down on the bed, then teleporting to Kushina, who is about to be pierced by the Nine-Tails on Claw, but Minato teleports her and himself out of there, putting Kushina down on the bed right beside baby Naruto and saying that he will be back. He teleports to the Hokage Stone Faces and is about to get ready to fight the Nine-Tails, but he senses a presence right behind him, and he swipes his kunai to the person's head, but the kunai just fizzes through the person. When this happens, the masked man tries to trap Minato in his Kami dimension, but Minato is able to teleport out of there and teleports into a forest, which the masked man quickly goes into the forest as well. Minato rushes at the masked man, trying to pierce him in the head with his kunai, but sees that as utterly useless as he gets phased through him and gets caught in the masked man chain, which he teleports out of again. Now understanding the masked man's jutsu, he has a kunai. He throws the kunai at the masked man's head while rushing at the masked man, with the masked man doing the same. Minato creates a Rasengan, and as soon as the masked man is about to touch Minato, he teleports at the kunai right behind the masked man and slams a Rasengan into his back, and making a contract making the Nine-Tails not have control. Making the masked man not have control over the Nine-Tails, which the masked man just says that this isn't over for Hokage, then teleports out of there. Minato teleports to the battlefield where Hiruzen is about to die from the Biju bomb, but Minato teleports the Biju bomb away safely. Doing this, Minato knows he's going to run out of chakra, so he slams his head on the ground, saying summoning Jutsu and summoning Gemabunta. He tells Gemabunta to hold down the Nine-Tails for a second, which Gemabunta does, and then creates a seal, like a barrier seal all around them. Then he grabs baby Naruto and Kushina, teleporting to where the Nine Tails was at. Minato tells Kushina that he's not gonna have enough chakra left, so he's gonna seal it back inside of you and seal the other half within Naruto. Which Kushina knows that there's no other way to beat the Nine Tails, so he looks down and says in a sad tone, yes. Minato feels sad too, seeing how he will not be there for his son, and decides to use the Reaper Deathsu, sealing away his soul for putting the Nine Tails back within Kushina and 50% within Naruto. We do a 4-year time skip. Naruto is 4 years old right now and in his backyard with his mother Kushina. His mother sees how much of a prodigy Naruto is and decides to test out what his chakra natures are. Naruto has all 5 chakra natures, seeing how, and yes, I know that if you reincarnate, you don't get all the same chakra natures as your reincarnation, but I'm gonna do it just like that. And so yes, Naruto will have all 5 chakra natures, just like Tobirama. Is that Tobirama didn't just only use water, since he has such a high affinity in his water chakra nature. So back to the story. When Kushina gives him his chakra papers, he puts chakra inside of them, and the paper gets soaked, and it gets the whole place gets soaked inside of water. And Kushina is surprised by this, and she still looks at the paper, seeing how it gets wrinkled, then tears in half, then it gets lit up on fire. But I forgot the last one. I think it's earth. But let's say it crumbles up. Yeah, it crumbles up, and lightning just sparks it. So yeah, she sees that her son has all 5 chakra natures, but he has a ton of his water affinity is so high that he could create water out of the air, which means that all the evaporation, which means all the water that's going up, he could create it out of thin air. Naruto and Kushina is surprised about seeing how much Naruto's water affinity goes to, and decides to test out Naruto's jutsus. Right now, Naruto is now with the 3rd Hokage and asks for some water jutsus, and showing him how much his water affinity has gone to. And when when Hiruzen sees this, it reminds him of his Johnny Team Sensei, Tobirama, and he says sure, giving him a couple scrolls, which contains a lot of all of Tobirama's jutsus. So right now, Naruto, we do a 2-year time skip. Naruto is the age of 6 years old and is about to start the academy. Naruto's jutsus are water style, serving wave, water style, water shock wave, water style, water dragon jutsu, water style, water wall, water style, water vortex, water style, water whirlpool, and water style twin dragon jutsu. And he has an ultimate water jutsu, which he only uses as a last resort, seeing how when he uses it, it takes all of his chakra, called water style water hydra. So yeah, back to the story. Alright, so his fire element, he only has 2, which is fire style fireball jutsu and fire style firebomb jutsu. For lightning, he only has 1, which is lightning style lightning neck. When he has wind style, wind slash, which he created, and his last affinity earth style weighted Bodo jutsu, which can change the weight of any object. So yeah, back to the story. Naruto starts the academy at the age of 6 years old, along with everybody else. But when Naruto starts the academy at the age of 6, he is deemed as a mega prodigy, and people call him a generation genius, seeing how much of a prodigy he is. And so yeah, Naruto becomes a genin at the age of 6 years old. Yes. So he's basically like a Kakashi. So yeah, Naruto is a genin at the age of 6, and I'll make his joint team leader his mother, Kushina. And he has some other fodder teammates. And yes, he hates Uchiha. He honestly hates him. So he despises him. So he's gonna have like kind of a Tobirama personality, but let me rephrase this. He doesn't hate the Uchihas, but he does at the same time. Like he can stand Uchihas. Like he's not going to be like, "Ew, you're Uchiha. You need to die." Nah, he ain't gonna do that. He says, Uchiha. He's going to be annoying because he's too prideful and too arrogant. So, yeah. And instead of having a noisy and a rambunctious personality, he's going to have like a more of a chill and cool personality. So, yeah. Naruto is with, let's say, Haruno and Hyuga. Yeah, Naruto's with the Hyuga and the Haruno. Kushina does the bell test, which Naruto already knows about the test, seeing how he's a generational genius, and passes the test with his team. I don't really feel like going over how it goes, seeing how I'm a lazy person. So yeah, Naruto is now 6 years old and is starting his genin missions, which he does capturing cats, helping old people find what they need to find, and other boring stuff like that. After a month passes of this, Naruto gets tired of this and respectfully asks the third Hokage for a higher rank mission, and he does. Hiruzen gives him a mission to kill or stop some bandits from attacking a village that has alliance with them. And no, it's not a great nation village. It's just like, let's say it's the village hidden in the rice. Yes, the village of rice. So yeah, Naruto and his team goes there. Naruto